Joe, I come to you first. It's from Christopher in Minnesota. If my investment time horizon is 25 years plus, is there a specific sector I should be heavy in or just be diversified?
If your time frame is 25 years, you absolutely want to be diversified. If you're thinking more short term, it's technology, consumer discretionary, and healthcare.
Steve Weiss, to you from Steve in Missouri. What is your rule of thumb percentage for taking profits on a stock holding? Is there a specific percentage where you'll sell?
No, there's no specific percentage, and there are so many different reasons for owning stocks. If you own it for an event, if the event happens or doesn't happen in the prescribed period of time, I sell it. Most of my holdings, I'm long-term, even though it sounds like I'm trading Lulu every minute. I'm long-term, and it's driven by fundamentals. So if the stock keeps going, I own it. If they keep executing the fundamentals, I stay there. If they don't, and it's going to be for a period of time, then I'm going.
Pete, to you, John in Austin, Texas, with guidance raised on Micron, what do you do with the stock now? Is it a buy?
Yes, absolutely hold on to it. I think these guys are literally on the edge of everything that's going to be happening going forward in the technology space, and they, I think, will be a feeder into that. And I think the stock continues to trade cheap. We've said that about Micron at almost every single level, but I do think this is still an inexpensive stock, especially based upon some of the numbers that we heard just the other day.
Jenny, Daniel wants to know, I'm looking for dividend stocks in order to build core positions. Any suggestions?
Sure. So if you're too queasy to buy the S&P, the dividend stocks have tremendous opportunity. There's the big cap ones that we all know of that are secure, that have reiterated the safety of their dividends, like IBM, AT&T, Verizon, Dow, Chevron. If you want to get a little bit smaller cap, there are the midstream companies like Kinder Morgan and Enterprise that have a 7% and 9% yield. There's CenturyLink with a 9% yield, Seagate with a 5% yield. There are smaller companies like Sabra Healthcare with an 8% yield and Umpqua Financial with a 7% yield. There is so much opportunity in the dividend space
Appreciate
right now.
that.
It's
Megan,
ripe for buying.
I'm sorry. Megan, lastly to you, and quickly if you could, Jeremy in Pennsylvania, what do you see long-term, short-term for restaurant stocks?
Well, restaurants are certainly going to be at risk of some headwinds short term, just given the exposure to the consumer. And what we expect is going to be an elevated unemployment rate until the end of the year and beyond. But longer term, we would look for restaurant operators that have scale, that have marketing and distribution in terms of delivery as part of their infrastructure. So go for those bigger names, the global players, and you should be good.